Please, do not make noise by dropping coins. Offer notes instead. 50% off is not enough. So, I work in the convention scene, and this weekend I was working on a show. We have a discount table where everything is half off. And we have tons of people that like to fight on pricing. Lots of people get mad when I don't give them more off. One lady in particular fought with me like 45 minutes over a $6 bracelet. How much is this bracelet? The sign is right in the box with bracelets, just so you know. Well, it's $6 as you can see. Oh, that's expensive! These bracelets retail for about $15-20 and lots of shops buy them from us to resell. It actually is a pretty good deal, ma'am. They're discounted too. Oh, so they're like $5? No, I just said that they're $6. Ah, okay. Then spends 30 minutes asking what each type is and searches through to pick up a couple of more bracelets. I will take these 5, okay? Okay, ma'am, sure, that's $30 plus tax. No, that's $25. They're 5 each, okay? No, they're 6 each, I told you. Oh, but I'm buying them for friends. Can't I just have them for like 5 each? They're too expensive. No, they're already discounted. The lady finally pays me and then leaves her bag on another part of the table and leaves. None of us working notice until packing up.
I'm new to this influencer stuff, so to give my opinion, I would have to try the products first. Although this brand seems to me to be very good, and I would love to try the products and thus give it the go-ahead and promote it on my social networks. I definitely want to try it.
I'll trade you some of your art for a Coke. Except worse. This isn't too crazy of a story. It really could have gone worse, but I'll share it anyway. Buckle up, kiddos. I wrote you a whole paper. If you check my post history, you'll see that I hand-drawn, make pins, pin badges, and earrings. This has become my way of making some ends meet since working on a high school doesn't quite pay enough. I was a vendor at a small local music festival. Some people come by to look at my pins, some bought some. I honestly just love when people come by, it makes my whole night sometimes. But then Chuck came along. Chuck is your typical freshman metalhead. You know the type, wears Metallica shirts with a single studded bracelet and some Skechers that mom bought since they have good art support. I'm a little jealous, to be honest. Chuck and his friends were circling around my booth for a while now. I guess just longer than the typical person does? He and his buddies starts picking out pins since I have a bundle deal when you buy multiple. Chuck finally picks his pins up. I began adding up the total. It's about $10-12, which isn't a lot in general. But it is to me. I'm a poor hoe. I tell Chuck the total. Chuck told me that he doesn't have any money but has this beautiful, hand-warmed, half-drunk can of Coke he so generously offered me. I turned Chuck down, unfortunately. Sometimes I ponder on the idea of me being the choosing beggar because I wanted only money, and Chuck was so generous to offer his only half can of Coke. Epilogue. I didn't want any more interaction with him, but beggars can't be choosers. Or can they? Chuck returned to try and sell me on his own business venture. Turns out he hand paints patches. Which to me looks like Rorschach images done on old strips of boxer's material with some puffy paint. I'm not knocking his art, but definitely not for me. My good friend Chuck didn't seem to understand that I hand embroidered my own patches as well. He exchanged Instagrams and then I blocked him when I got home.
If you think I want to date you, think again. If you don't have at least 400k in your bank, aka 401k, then don't talk to me. I don't care if you're hot. I would only have one night stand, okay? You need to own at least $1 million worth of things in the next 6 months for me. I want what I want. I will have sex 3 times a week with you if you have an extra 4 million, okay? Don't be a cheap-ass bitch either. I expect 5-star high-quality restaurants, not shit. If my feet are aching me, then f***ing barking handicapped. Who cares about those pathetic old freaks? I wear heels. My weekly budget is $2,500 for clothes only, $300 for concerts and events, meet and greet only, and $400 for other needs. If you want me, yes, me, to date you, you better give me what I want. Kiss, tongue, smiley face, lipstick, lips, nails, and love.
Guy demands a free tattoo design because $40 is too expensive. Not my story, but one of my friends on Discord because she doesn't have Reddit. I know. Cast, CB, Choosing Beggars, the stupid person. Me? Well, the kitty in the story. To be simpler, my friend. Okay, so I got a phone call and calling about a request of a floral tattoo design. They were so detailed and asked if they could send references. But I declined as I'm currently not feeling great, baby and life is happening. So when I explained, they got mad and it went like this. Hey Katie, I saw you do tattoo requests. Can I have one? I want a sunflower design with henna around it and... cue extra details. Can I send you a reference? Oh, I'm sorry, I don't take requests right now as I'm currently really busy. But you didn't post any work in progresses though. I want the tattoo by the end of the month, okay? As I said, I'm not taking requests, but I am taking tattoo commissions starting at $40 a design. 40 bucks? That's too expensive for a drawing. Can you do like $5? I'm sorry? That's like 10 cents an hour, plus I'm currently busy and not feeling well as I said. Oh, and why is that? I'm having a baby, but I need to rest. Your baby shouldn't matter. I want this drawing for free now. It's $40, take it or leave it. Choosing Beggar goes on babbling how I'm selfish for asking 40 bucks for a piece. Of course, I hang up the call. It's unprofessional, I know, but I was not up for crap. People, don't deal with Choosing Beggars, right? But the children will suffer because you won't donate the $100,000 shipping container to our school. When I was a freshman in college, I worked for a private elementary middle school in the development office that was right next to a major soft drinks US headquarters. My boss was a trust fund baby and was totally unqualified for the job, which he got through his dad. The school was renting one of those modular office units, basically a big shipping container, to use as a classroom for elementary school kids. Their rental agreement was ending soon and he asked me to draw an email to them asking for them to donate the unit for the children. I did some research and these units cost $100,000 to buy, so surprisingly, they said no. Then my boss told me to write a letter to the soft drinks corporation next door asking for them to buy the modular unit for the school. They responded pretty quickly and said they already give a generous donation to the school scholarship fund every year, which I found out later was actually $80K, and that they wouldn't be able to purchase a unit for the school at this time. My boss wrote his own response this time and showed it to me after. He basically said that the children's learning will suffer because of this greedy corporation's unwillingness to help, and then proceeded to ask for donations to the upcoming school auction. Of course, no response. This school was filled with entitled parents and CP staff that would beg for donations and then turn down most of them. I left after about a year. A guy with a bachelor's degree from a crappy college and no experience wants 6 figures, corner office, and a signing bonus, and paid vacation, of course. Oh, I get lots of job applications at my web design firm, and most of them are similar. Today someone applied and in their resume it showed 0 experience, not even an internship, and didn't even graduate yet. Just a link to his crappy portfolio of websites that honestly I've seen teenagers do better on. But somehow he thought he was the next award-winning web designer in the market. His application was more like a list of demands, including a starting salary he expected of $99K, an office, and paid vacation. And he asked what the signing bonus would be. He actually said all of this in his job resume. And in his CV, he said he sent out lots of applications but hadn't heard back from anyone. But he's sure he'll be getting lots of offers and he wanted to reach out to me personally. Oh, his experience is 0 and he's a senior at a pretty crappy college. He'd be lucky to get an internship with no pay. Are his guidance counselors filling his head with this dribble, or did he come up with this on his own? Because I get a lot of applications like this and I'm perplexed. Why do these no-experience college grads get the idea that businesses are looking to hand out jobs that pay insane amount of money to people who've never worked a day in their lives? I replied with, I wouldn't hire someone so clueless and entitled even if you paid me. Welcome to the real world. Also, he said in the email he sent with his CV these exact words.
I know what I'm worth and I'm confident I can obtain this position and salary at other firms, but I want to work my way up and turn your company around.
I'm not sure why he said this part, especially since we're not even hiring. An entitled mom and choosing beggar all rolled into one Karen. So to give some context, I'm trying to get into an art high school and do commissions on the side. Now, let's set this scene. There's a coffee shop in my town that I can walk to. I like to go there with my markers and sketchbook and draw even if I don't get any coffee or anything. I know most of the employees and normally when I'm there I'm drawing for enjoyment, not for clients.
Let's meet the cast!
Well, me, pretty self-explanatory, EM entitled Mother, K, kid who didn't do much but I felt bad for him, E, store employee. Now let's begin the story. I had just sat down with my supplies and a coffee to draw when something tapped my back. I turned to see a lady with a very Karen haircut. Oh, hi, can I help you? Oh, so are you like an artist or something? Yeah, I could say that. Do you draw dinosaurs? No, not typically, but I can always give it a go. Can you draw a dinosaur for my son? It's here when I notice a 7-8-year-old boy standing behind the lady. I smiled and waved as he nervously waved back. Normally I do commissions online, but that doesn't mean I won't do them in person either. Yes, of course. Let me give you my rates and you can tell me what you want. I pulled out a sheet that has all my prices listed out and gave it to EM. EM looks at the paper and sets it down, smiles and says, "Oh, I was just wondering if you could do it for free though." "Oh, I'm sorry, but I won't be able to do that. Perhaps I could give you a 10% discount." I know that sounds dumb, but I don't do commissions for a living. I do them to make money while focusing on school. It also provides good practice with clients if I'm able to make a living off of it. Well, why can't you just give it to me for free? Well, because it's my time and supplies going into it and I don't just do that for free. But it's just that these are really expensive. My prices really aren't that high. The priciest thing I offer is a full body 8.5 by 11 inches piece with a background and that's $60. Everything I offer is already full color unless it's just line art or specified otherwise by the client. I'm sorry, but I can't just give you free art. Well, why not? Because that's not how it works. You can't just decide to not pay for things like goods and services. But it's for my son! I told you I could give you a discount, but that's pushing it. That's not good enough! I swear at this point this adult woman was literally whining. I don't know what to tell you. If you don't like my prices, you can find someone else to do it. Oh, and where am I supposed to do that? I don't know. The internet maybe? But my son really wants one! I decide to point out in my price list that I offer 8.5 by 5.5 pieces for less money. Look, I can do line art on a smaller piece of paper and then your son can color it. It'll be a fun project for him and it only costs 15 bucks. I tell her and the kid this and he seems to like the idea of coloring the picture. No, you're the artist, not my son. You have to color it. If I color it, then you have to either pay $25 for the small piece or $35 for the bigger piece. No, that's bullcrap. I'm sorry, but I can't help you. I'm so over her whining that I just gather my things and leave. Oh, get back here, you dumb nasty! This gets the attention of an employee who walks over. Oh, I'm sorry, is there a problem here? Yes, this person stole my son's art and refuses to give it back. There were a lot of things wrong with this sentence that made no sense, but then again, very rarely do Karens make sense. I look at the employee. You can search my sketchbook all you like, and if you do find some of the kids' art, I'll happily return it. And then I proceeded to hold out my sketchbook. No, that won't be necessary. Ma'am, if you can't chill out, I'm going to have to ask you to leave or take it outside. After the employee leaves, I walk out the door, but the entitled mother follows after. You dumbass! You could have already gotten it done by now! I just ignore her and keep walking. Just do the art! Okay, look, I'm tired of your bullcrap. Honestly, I don't have to listen to any of this. In this world, people pay for things. But because I'm a decent human being, here's what I'm gonna do. I took some paper and wrote my email and handed it to the entitled mother. This is my email. If you decide to buy the line art or the full color, let me know and we can negotiate on price. Otherwise, leave me alone and find a better fit for the job. And with that, I walked home, leaving the entitled mother at the coffee shop. EM, if you managed to read this, I would have happily drawn a dinosaur for your son at a discount or negotiated a price, but you had to push it, and in return got nothing. Thank you for listening to my insane ramblings for like 19 minutes. I really appreciate it. If you liked it, please give it a like, comment on the video, and subscribe for more mentally sane videos.